Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 23 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Minecraft 1.21. Hey, I want to show you guys something. So, a few people have commented that they don't particularly love the fact that the hammer and ore miner pickaxe like take account for the durability of all the blocks that they're mining. They're like, it's really slow. Let me show you how you solve that problem, people. Efficiency 5. That's how you solve that problem. This isn't even using, this isn't even like Apotheosis enchant, like efficiency 5 is vanilla, right? So remember last episode right at the end, I don't know if you saw it, but I had showed you what the pickaxe was, and definitely not a particularly fast process to mine 25 blocks at once. That said, throw efficiency 5 on this thing, and it ain't bad at all, okay? Now, like I said, there's even more better ways that we can do things. So when we get to tier 4 pickaxe, there's an instant mine ability that you're going to be able to get. But like, even before we get that, I feel like this is pretty good, right? Like, this is pretty cool. Like, that is not bad for a vein, or like a 25, you know, block mine all at once. Like, that's pretty good, to be fair. You know, throw in the fortune and you get some little diamond action there. Like, it's really not bad at all, right? I think. You know, you guys can let me know what you think, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, not too shabby. So I've been doing a lot of mining between episodes. I don't know if you can tell, but my tunnel down here has gotten significantly larger. I've gone through several branches of mining. I'm just doing this a little bit on camera to demonstrate that efficiency 5 really does make this pickaxe like that much easier to use. So another kind of point with the Just Dire Things tools, like, don't forget vanilla, which is ironic coming from me. I will be the first to state that. That is ironic coming from me, okay? But trust me, you know, there's some good stuff there, right? I'm just testing some stuff at the moment. Yeah, there we go. That got me 2, right? Nice. Okay, cool. Yep, so I'm just going to do a little bit more mining off camera, and then we'll be ready to go. All right, look at all the loots I got. Loving it. So mining is definitely getting a lot easier, for sure. And then every time I walk back into my house, remember, my experience holder grabs all the experience that I've got, which is cool. And if I'm not mistaken, I left this portal open to the end. I did leave this portal open to the end. Good job, Direwolf. Good job. That's all I can say about that. All right, cool. So what I want to do today is kind of take a look at some of the benefits that we can take advantage of, courtesy of now that we've got you know, access to Celesta Gem. Celesta Gem is kind of like a major tier point for Just Dire Things. Like, Ferrocore, you're kind of meant to kind of get through, like, it's like a get you started kind of thing. Blaze Gold is meant to get you through most of, like, the early to mid game, and you saw that in this Let's Play, and that's kind of what my goal was, and I'm surprised it actually played out very well. But, like, I hung on to my Blaze Gold for quite a good time, right? Because it truly did, you know, it worked. Like, I used it for, like, how many episodes is this now? 22-ish before I got into Celesta Gem tier. So now what I can do is spend some time making some of my automations here a little bit more efficient, because Celesta Gem is used for a lot. Like a real lot. It's used for like a ton of stuff. Like, not only is there a whole set of tools and armor that are all power-based, but there's also some really neat upgrades that we get access to. And then also, most of the machines have a tier 2 version, like the dropper and the sensor and all that other stuff that is going to be useful for us, like fluid placers and block placers and all that. All that is going to be upgradable courtesy of this. The other thing I wouldn't mind doing is like upgrading my bow, because there's some really nice upgrades for the bow that comes with the Celesta Gem. Like, all around excited to try out the Celesta Gem tier of my own mod, because like I said before, I've never played this mod in like a survival world before. Like, I made this whole mod and I tested it in a creative world, but I've never actually like gone through and seen how it plays, how it feels. And so far I'm pretty happy with it, because it really does feel like it can carry you through early to mid to late game, because there's some really powerful end game stuff that we haven't even looked at yet that I'm excited to see. Cool. So with that said, let's get into Celesta Gem today. So what I'm going to do is, how did I make out for diamonds? Oh, not bad at all. So I'm going to get like these 16 blocks of diamonds here, and I'm gonna take advantage of my new stuff here. Let's turn off hammer mode for a sec, but we'll keep this thing enabled with his vein mining ability. And I'm going to get some Celesta Gem. And what I'd like to do is maybe one of the first things I'll do is upgrade some of my armor, check out some of the new abilities that we get with Celesta Gem, and then I want to upgrade my coal setup here, because this thing is kind of slow. Slower than I would like it to be at this stage. So I want to speed it up and make it better. And now that we have access to Celesta Gem, we can absolutely do that. So let's come back in a minute once I'm ready to do the thing. Cool? All right, so let's first start off by upgrading all of our armor. And just with like previous tiers of armor, you now have faster run speeds and walk speeds that you can go with, right? So if you've adjusted these values, and the same for jump boost, right? So you can get bigger numbers out of some of these things, right? Also, extinguish has a shorter cooldown now, and short superfy or the other one has a larger range, right? So bigger jumps, faster runs, all kinds of good stuff, right? Much cooler. Very simple. Some things I'd like to get, though. I want to get night vision. That's going to be a useful upgrade for me, because I like having night vision. Now, we should have a healthy-ish amount of ferrocore, and we should be able to have no problem installing this. So, boom. Easy peasy. We can take our helmet, and we can install night vision, and now we're good to go. Nice. So night vision is just on or off. There's no settings unless you want to set a binding for some reason. So let's just let's make it nighttime here so we can demonstrate night vision. It's kind of what you expect, I would think. Like, it's nothing too exciting. But, you know, I personally, especially when recording for YouTube, like being able to see what's going on. So, yeah, we're gonna do that. In addition, I think I might as well get my Celesta Gem bow upgraded too, which again, power-based, right? And keep in mind, you always want to have an extra template available, otherwise you're going to be wasting effectively a block of iron, right? So I know I'm going to want to upgrade, at the very least, my sword and probably a few other things in a bit. But for now, that's probably a good starting point. Do I want to get my sword? Well, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. What else did I want to get here? You know what I wanted was negate fall damage. That's a good one, too. So let's see. Here we go. Negate fall damage. That's not terrible at all. Yep, nice and easy upgrade. You know, some of the upgrades are not terribly expensive, but that's because I figured, like, by the time you get to Celesta Gem, you've kind of earned getting that upgrade without some, like, stupid shenanigans level crafting recipe. That said, you know, pack authors are more than welcome to kind of adjust that. So negate fall damage works exactly like you might expect, with the exception that it does use durability. So notice how my pocket generator there, so if I open my backpack and put it away, when you take fall damage, it's going to use some durability out of your boots. And if you don't have enough durability, it's not going to negate all fall damage. So be aware of that. Okay. Oh yeah. Don't forget, like with the wand in your hand, you know. Let's see. Is this going to kill me? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, pretty close. Let's just go one more. This is probably going to hurt a little bit. So it negated that one. And then if we don't have any energy... Yeah. So, negate fall damage. You know, fun times. Be aware. It's a thing. Does unfortunately require a little bit of durability, or a little bit of power. So we can recharge everything now, and then we'll be good. So make sure to keep your pocket generator charged up if you want that negate fall damage to work. So let's go outside now and check out, speaking of night vision, we can probably turn you off. And now if we activate night vision on our helmet, oh yeah, that is gorgeous. That is just beautiful right there. Night vision. It makes, I don't know, I feel like it's so nice, right? Like for recording and viewing, like I, you know, just want to make you guys be able to enjoy the content. You know what else I want to get? I don't know if I'm going to make it yet, but soon. Not quite yet, but soon. There's a thing I want to get. It's my advanced portal gun. I might do it in this episode, or I might wait till next episode. We'll see. Are there any other major updates I want to get? Elytra for sure, but that requires an Elytra, so we got to go explore the end in order to get that. Swim speed decoy is a neat one too. Ground stomp is cool. You know, we can take a look at drops teleporter. I will probably work towards that soon. I want to definitely get drops teleporter in here and give that a try, especially as it relates to all this. I want to make sure that my drawer system is really solid before I do that. But the main thing I want to do right now is going to be let's shore up this system here such that we can yeah, let's go and make this better. Okay, so I'm gonna like tear it apart and rebuild it better, stronger, faster, yada yada. Does that sound like a plan? So for that, we're going to need, I actually want to break you for a minute. Just so I can magnet up all the things. Yeah, that sounds cool. Okay, and what I'm thinking is I'm going to lower this into the ground. Yeah, I think that's fine. There we go. I want you in the ground. Okay. And then we can break all this stuff. Because we're going to basically like re-architect this whole setup, but, you know, in a cool way. In a very cool way. Okay, so let's do this. What I want to have here is I'm going to have some of this, and we're going to get, basically all I need is to upgrade my simple block breaker into an advanced block breaker. And for that, we're going to need a few Eyes of Ender, which needs a few blaze rods. So that shouldn't be too big of a deal, right? Simple block breaker will be upgraded into a simple block breaker, will become advanced block breaker, needs Celesta Gem. Okay. And I can probably stick with my simple clicker. I don't think we need anything more advanced than that. Yeah, that should be fine. Simple sensor I may not need anymore, but the placers I will. And that's going to need a few more Eyes of Ender. So be aware of that. Okay. And it might just be that easy. So underground here, I'm going to replace and I'm going to put my clicker back such that he can continue clicking chorus fruit. Cool? Cool. And that'll be cool. So like let's did I go too far? No, I didn't. Actually, that was perfect. Go me. Okay, so this is my compacting drawer. This is my storage controller. Okay, you're going to go here, and you're going to go here, and your filter will be chorus fruit. Cool. And then you can just boop, 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 boop. Perfect. Okay. Oh, look at that jump, huh? That was cool. That was cool. Sorry, you know Dyer. He gets excited about his own mod. You know me. That's just what happens. You should be flowing now. Everybody's doing the thing. Oh, I forgot to put you on there. Cool. And you're ignored mode, so now you're doing thing. Oh wait, you're supposed to be whitelist. Yeah, whitelist. That. Right. Correct. Cool. This is why you got to test these pipe setups. Sometimes you forget to click the right button, and then things don't go the way you want them to go. So that should bounce back. Yes. And then go inside, and then, yeah, okay, cool. Cool. So you're probably going to wind up putting a few more of those back. Perfect. Now, what I want to do from here is I probably want to replace a few things, but let me talk to you about how the advanced breaker and placers work. These guys are cool. So the advanced version of most machines have a couple upgrades over the basics. Number one, they require power. So that's first and foremost. You got to power them. Okay, so you'll notice there's a nice energy bar on the left. Okay, secondly, they have a filter section, so you can filter what gets broken or placed or a bunch of other things. And then third, they have an area of effect. Okay, so this is the placer. Let's talk about it. Okay, so my placer area of effect, I'm going to offset it 1 block, and then we're going to expand the radius for the X and Z. So basically it can place anywhere here. Okay, so now I can toggle that render off so it's not shown. It's going to place in the down direction, which means it's going to place, you know, looking down. Like I'm going to place like that. Okay, we talked about that directional thing. Now what I can do is I can filter what blocks it's allowed to place on. So for example, I can place stone bricks here. Okay, and then if I come in here and I add stone bricks to the filter, it's only going to be allowed to place on stone bricks. Okay, and then finally it's going to need power. So in order to get some power, how are we doing on fuel over here? We're doing okay. I'm gonna pick you up for a sec. I'm gonna make sure our fuel's moving. We're gonna wanna automate this further as things go, but you should all start doing some stuff now. Yes, good, perfect, awesome. And then you'll grow faster, by the way, which will speed up our fuel production by virtue of the fact that this thing's cooler. And we'll probably do similar upgrades to this room as well in a few. But for now, let's just talk about this, right? So you need power. How do we want to handle getting power back there for the time being? Couple things we could do. You know what I could do? I could try the energy from Just Dire Things. Would that be a cool time to do the energy transmitter? I kind of want to try using this thing and debate if I want to like change it or improve it or anything. But this guy's kind of cool. The way he works is I'm going to do this. Okay. He's got an energy buffer. And you can also filter what machines. And you can set the area upon which it will go. And it just occurred to me, I think I need to fix a bug because you shouldn't be doing the machine below you. You should be doing the opposite. You should be defaulting to here. So just found a bug in my own mod, but that's okay. Cool. So that should transmit energy to all machines within the area of effect. And I'm going to even increase the Y, right? So that'll give that whole thing a nice area of effect. That should be cool. What I might do is run some power cables to feed that dude. So for that, we're going to want to go Now is it? Nope, it's one here. Perfect. Okay, so I should have no problem running my power cables. And maybe what I want to do is just run it up into the ceiling a little bit. And for now, we'll kind of loop it around this thing, but in the future, we'll probably tweak this a little bit. Okay. So this dude, once we connect up this power line here, should start filling up with power. And you'll see he's sending his energy straight into any machines that can accept it. Okay. So that's part one of what the energy transmitter can do. Yeah, I like that, right? So now he's filling up his buffer. He's draining energy out of the energy cell. You know, he's going to start producing some power for me to compensate and pick that back up. Not a big deal. Awesome. So that's one way that we can handle that. Now, there's other things that I'll mention, and I'm going to make one now just to demonstrate it. So I'm going to make another energy transmitter to show how this thing works. And I'm going to break this cable. Okay, so if you put a second energy transmitter inside the area of effect of the first energy transmitter, so let's say I put it like right here, they will balance their power to each other. So you can see now he's at 500K and he's at 500K. And they're going to keep each other balanced at all times. Okay. So if I make this machine do something, for example, I'm going to make it place some dirt. Okay. And I'm actually going to set you to acquire a redstone signal so he doesn't transfer, right? So if I'm going to give you some blocks of place. Let's say cobblestone. So first off, notice that it's only placing the cobblestone kind of, you know, in the spots that I told it to, which now that I'm realizing it is probably not the exact place that I want it to go. Okay. So let's get that cobblestone out of there. Do I want this up one level or do I want it down one level? I'm going to say down one level. Okay. But let's turn off our area render. So now this guy's still at 500,000 because he hasn't recharged this dude. But I'm going to let him recharge by turning off the redstone requirements. And now he should have, he should be, oh, it's on pulse. I want it ignored. Boom. So he got filled up and then we evenly distributed the difference between the two energies. Cool. Pretty neat, right? And then if you do this, they'll kind of keep each other perfectly balanced at all times, as all things should be. Okay, but for now, just let that thing go, and we'll use this other energy transmitter for something in the future. So 2 things. Energy transmitters balance power with each other, so they keep each other charged as long as they're inside each other's area of effect, and they will power any machines in the area that require power. Cool? So you could build like a whole web network, and I might try this. I kind of want to see how these things play out because this is one of the blocks in the mod that I had that I'm like I like it conceptually, but I need to see how it actually plays. So I want to experiment with that a little bit. Okay, cool. So now we've got you set up. So let's move you up one. Okay, so I'm gonna shovel you. I'm gonna break you. I'm gonna move you. I'm gonna remove you, and then what we can do is 1, 2. And then we're going to have our clicker with our chorus fruit. And then we're going to have our void shimmer goo here. And he gets clicked. And that's cool, right? And then, yeah, you need to be this with chorus again. Cool. And then he'll bounce and everybody will be good in a minute. He should be sending 1 chorus in a moment as soon as he realizes, yes, perfect. Nice. Okay. So now let's say, so we're placing down and we're only placing on stone bricks, which means you need to be a stone brick. Okay. So what that means is if I get some coal, okay, and we feed coal into this dude, which may require probably a few more of these. Oh, right. Do we have sand? A bit. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Okay. So you're going to be allowed to accept pretty much all of these because we no longer care which one goes where. So you're going to be allowed to accept from, you're going to allow to be accepting coal blocks, and we want to let you accept primal coal and blaze ember, okay, as a whitelisted group of things. Cool? Okay. And then from here, you're going to come across, yep, I know, you guys. Okay, so now what should be happening is one batch of, it looks like the red stuff is coming across. That's cool. And how much of that did we have? Apparently enough. And it's going to get placed only on the stone bricks. Cool. Cool. And then you are going to need to know that you can pick up void flame coal because you're about to have that situation occur. So you're doing what? You put 4 in there, and then it's placing. Cool. Now, if you don't like these particle effects, you can turn them off, by the way. All right. So now we have to handle the breaking. So let's set the area of effect on the break. So we're going to extend it out again 1. We're going to go down a Y level, and then we're going to be, oops. Yep, no, that's right. X and Z, right? So only those, that area. But we want to filter what you're allowed to break. Okay. And what we're allowed to break is going to be these guys, right? So the raw primal coal, raw blaze ember, and raw void flame. Cool. And then I should be able to give it its iron pick back. So once this finishes, we can turn off the area of effect render. What he should do now. Sweet. How cool is that? How cool is that, huh? Okay. I like that. All right, so you show me your render again. Pretty good, right? So now you won't magnet up nothing. Ish. What I should really do is move this back a little bit so that this guy can be in the center of the room. Would that be, I feel like that would be smart. Let's put you here with you. Perfect. Now, if I drop Void Flame Coal on the ground, you should drop, and you should go right in there. Nice. All right. How's this feel? You guys like? So that was my whole concept for like the advanced versus the simple blocks. Is simple blocks should be very like basic, but you can still use them, and the advanced blocks are cooler. Now, here's another cool pro tip. And again, I'm going to put my generator away, is advanced machines can charge energy accepting items. Very specifically, what that means is if you make a Celesta Gem pickaxe and it doesn't have any charge in it, and you put it inside your block breaker, okay, it's going to charge it using the buffer. Okay, how cool is that? Did you forget your area? Oh, yeah, I know why. It's because of the bug I just mentioned. Yeah, he's supposed to remember his settings when you break him, but he didn't because bug I just mentioned. So, okay. So that should now have you charging all the things in this, and you can hide, and you can be cool, and you're getting energy, and you're good. Cool? So, energy fills up from buffer. Pretty cool. Like to think so. So does that mean we're cool now? So what I should be able to do is get some coal. Wow, we don't. Okay, that's why it's all in here. I don't know why I have so much coal in here, but yeah, there you go. You're gonna do that, and then what should happen is all this coal will flow into there. It will make 4 at a time, and then it'll all be upgraded, and that'll be neat, right? What do you think? Is that cool? I think it's cool. So far simpler to automate a system like this using the advanced machines, but you can still do it with simple machines, right? So he's only going to place things on top of stone bricks, which is why he's not placing them in the other areas. Cool? And then he's only allowed to break the correct blocks, which is why he's not breaking Void Shimmer Goo or anything else, for that matter. Okay? And yeah, that converts pretty quickly, actually. Cool? Oh, and pro tip, the block breakers will absolutely use any upgrades you put on this thing. So if you install upgrades, this includes enchantments and all that stuff, it'll use them. That's also true of the simple block breaker, but especially true of this one. Cool? So that's, in my opinion, a pretty nice upgrade to our automation. What do you think? I like it. I think it looks good. I hope you guys like it because I'm pretty pleased with it. So at this point, I think we just placed the last 4 of our coal blocks, which means we should have another batch of, you know, the tier 1 coal flowing in. Oh yes, very cool. And then when that gets in there, same deal, right? And because the blocks are different, you know, we're filtering what's allowed to be broken there, right? So that's like fully upgrading from straight from coal all the way up to the top tier available, right? That's cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now we can do the similar thing over here, but we'll probably wait till next episode to do this one. So you need some chorus fruit to keep you cruising, but that's not a problem. We're probably gonna refactor this whole setup to do something very similar over here. Okay, but it's gonna require a little bit of a different setup because we're not gonna want to pick up each fluid and then replace it. We're gonna want to kind of upgrade in turn. Is that cool? Yeah, buddy. Okay. So I'm going to say for now, this is probably wrapping up point. So Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm pretty happy with what we can do with these machines. So I hope you guys are too. For now, you know the deal. Take it easy.